Hi all, Drew here. Today we're going to continue the YouTube Pagan Challenge, and C is for chain magic. Okay, so I do not claim to have invented this. I am not claiming credit for it. I was unable to find any information about it on the internet in the short time that I researched it, but it's possible it exists and I just didn't come across it, or even if it doesn't exist, I still don't claim it as my own. It was definitely given to me. So here we go. In late November, I awoke from a strange dream in which I clearly saw myself doing a spell, and I was working with a chain. And I saw myself taking each individual link between my fingers and enchanting it, as it were, as I went through the process. And I woke up, I thought, well, that was weird, but I didn't really, it's just a dream. So I went on about my business. But it kept nagging at me and wouldn't leave me alone. So in the next couple weeks, I kept trying to look it up. But every time I looked into, the only thing that would come up for chain magic, even if I put in witchcraft or whatever, the only thing I could come up with was magic tricks by, magicians. So I was unable to find any information on it. And so I just decided to give up and to forget about it. But again, it kept nagging at me and wouldn't leave me alone. So finally, I said to my guide, I don't know what to do with this. What am I supposed to do with this? And I was sitting kind of in contemplation for a moment, and suddenly it dawned on me. Cord magic, not magic. I could treat the chain the way you would treat a cord, each link being a knot. And instead of the cord's color corresponding, meaning something, the metal involved. Metal has its own correspondences. And so I was off and running, and I've been using it since. Essentially, the way I do it is, like I said, each individual link gets enchanted. And I don't share spells really just because I feel like they're personal. But just as an example, by link 1, the spell has begun. By link 2, my intent made true. I don't know. On down the line, as many links as you want. I typically do 9 or some variant of 3, 6, 9, 12, typically 9 for me personally, but that's just my own personal choice. Now, what kind of chain should we use? The chain I was working with in the dream it was a necklace. So I have all these little necklaces laying around. I personally have a metal allergy and can't wear metal on my neck. That's why I always have nylon or leather or whatever, some kind of cording. So I have chains that come with necklaces that I just keep for whatever reason. I guess I was storing them away for a rainy day that finally came. And people give me chains. My aunt gave me a bunch of chains recently. At any rate, that's the type of chain that I use. I use the links of necklaces. But you could use anything you wanted. If it's a chain link, it'll work. Properties. All metals have properties, and you can look those up and find those, but I'm just going to talk about some quick basic ones that we can easily find necklaces made out of. Copper is good for directing energy and conducting energy. It's good for healing, for money, luck, love, and protection. Iron is really good for protection and defensive magic. Strength, healing, grounding, and return of property. Silver, invocation, love, psychicism, dreams, peace, protection, and travel and money. Gold, power, protection, healing, wisdom, money, and success. Those are just a few of the metals that are easier to come across necklaces made of that material. But you can find information on any metal. And I will say that I gave thought to plating, like if a chain is silver plated. And I kind of feel like if something is completely coated in silver, for example, that the dominant energy of that is going to be what it's encapsulated in. This, of course, is going to be a decision for everybody to make for themselves, but I would not personally have a problem using plated metal when working with chain magic. Pure would probably be stronger and better. Having said that, again, it's your choice if you choose to work with chain magic to decide whether or not you would want to work with a plated metal. So as I said, this is not of my creation. It was given to me. I don't know if it actually exists out there somewhere and I just couldn't find it. I'm pretty sure it probably does because anything you can think of has already been done. But in case you hadn't heard of this type of magic and you enjoy working with metal, I thought I would share because I have greatly enjoyed working with it. I work with metal and I love spellcraft, and so it just added another element to my craft, and so I wanted to share. So yeah, that's my C video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, much love and gratitude.